I just went to the most extraordinary art exhibition that I've ever been this year. It's this one, La Relics for the Future by an Icelandic artist, Sruli Recht. I was first exposed to a really long and dark corridor, and I was like, oh, what I'm seeing, I'm like blinded and I'm not sure where I'm going to be, and it's kind of a bit scary because the background music has a really low and drumming and beating sound. And then I opened the curtain and then I saw a completely extraordinary view of the undersea with the reefs, and by the end of this hall you can see there's a big light that kind of give you the sense of how you see the sound from under the water. Then we entered a room full of the feathers of birds. Those birds' feathers are collected from natural reserve, not from the birds themselves, so it's very safe. And you see those big lumps look like shape, and you see different types of feathers, and then I suddenly realized, oh, these kind of shapes, they are trying to recreate the shapes of the birds where the feathers are from. The most magical part of the room is the feeling of your steps. The floor has been changed and adapted to carpet to give you this sensory experience of softness and featheries. Then we enter another room which has a really chaotic and noisy sounds made by this instrument. So when you actually hear it, each instrument has a very whimsical and stable beat, but the combination of them create a noise that you can't see any pattern. The scent of this room has also changed drastically to give you the feeling of dangerous and alertness. Then is this art piece that is framed by silver mirror, so the skeleton of the art piece is silver and metal. But then if you look closely into what has been glued on top of it, are the collections from the insects, the bees. This one piece that shocked me and impressed me so much that I am still reflecting and thinking of, will this be the human future? It's a collection of the transculent ladder of human, but in a post-human futurist thinking and representation method. If you really look into the details of this work, you can actually see the lines of the muscles, the veins, and the skeleton itself. And in some art pieces, you can even see the fish skull, the crocodile skull, trying to give you a combination and integration of human bodies and wild animals. We firstly see the human body, and then when you walk down the hallway, you see the fish. So it really gives you the sensation of human evolution. And each of this body has been twisted a little bit. So for example, the first one, you see all the limbs, but if you look closely, you see the feet has evolved into hands. Then we enter this room, which gives me a feeling of how the humans in the future are going to discuss about terrestrial societies, and this is their assembly hall. There are other art pieces that you should explore yourself, but it concludes with this one piece looks like an egg made by the CVD, and to me it kind of represents the seed for the post-humanity.